Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do another Dollar Tree garden review. If you have not watched the first one that I did, I'll leave that down in the description box below. Make sure you check that one out. But today we're going to go ahead and test out their floral scissors. I have some pruning shears right here, the pointed tip shears, and then we also have the serrated shears. So are they gonna work? Are they really bad quality? Let's find out right now.
Okay, these are the serrated pruning shears, and they got, looks like they got a notch, so you can get like a branch in there, so like if you got a big one, it won't slide out. So like if you got a knife, like a big one that's gonna be hard to cut, you don't have to fight to keep it in there. So that's kind of nice. And they're serrated.
How do you feel like the quality is?
They feel light. The spring's got plenty of thing. It's got a lock. It's got a lock nut on it, which means it's not going to fall apart. We'll see.
All right.
So we got some dead branches here. So we'll get down in here, get in that notch, and cut right off.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that broke. Snipping right through it.
Well, that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's a lot of... Winter was not nice to our rhodis this year. Rhododendrons, I guess. They look very bad. So like that stuff would be for the finer stuff. But we're starting to bud. We're starting to bud.
Yeah, not too bad.
They look pretty rough though. Alright, so these work just fine.
Yeah, you like them?
Yeah, they work just fine. You know, you can get in here and, like say that notch, you can get in there, that way it doesn't get away from you. See? You get it in that notch and it holds it. So.
Alright, so far that one works. Let's go to the next one.
So these are the smaller serrated shears, and once again, looks like they got Loctite on there, they got a lock nut. It locks as well. You know, the handles are plastic, but they don't feel like cheap. I mean, I'm squeezing it pretty hard. And it's not one, I mean it bends, but that's plastic, it's gonna bend. But it doesn't feel cheap. So,
alright.
You know, this is for the smaller stuff, like the little stuff you gotta do. Like here, see these? They're green, but they're not gonna bud. They're obviously not gonna bud, they're dead on top. So for the little stuff, you can do a little like that, or you can go a little bigger.
Oh, those worked really nice.
Mm-hmm. And they're good for like getting into those tight spots when you want to clean up some stuff. See? So like this one as well. So and that one is going to come back, it looks like. We'll get rid of this dead piece here. But yeah, it looks like they do a pretty good job. So I got this is dead. Even at the tip, they seem to do pretty good.
Not bad for $1.
So like these little spider things that come out of the top here, these are like rose apples for rhododendrons. They're no good. They're not going to grow anything because they just die out on the end. So it's like it was a rough winter for these guys. So
all right, 2 for 2.
Yep. These are kind of similar to the serrated ones I just had. They're a little more, these are a little daintier. The spring's not as stiff. It looks like it supposed to come with a lock, but there's nothing with it. Like this was designed to kind of hook here, but they integrated that. So I don't know. So you might be able to put like a lanyard on there if you're like,
oh yeah,
like if you wanted to put a string on there or something. Like if you're working, you can just hang it off your wrist. If you want to do something, you can just grab it again. That way you know where it is all the time, as long as you don't stick yourself in the leg with it or something. But once again, lock nut, stainless steel. See how it goes.
All right, we're gonna do our
this other bush that took a beating this winter. We had such an odd winter. We had so many false springs that I think things thought it was going to be spring. So we have buds coming in, but like some of the stuff that started to bud out got froze again because we got back into the 20s.
Yeah. So. Hopefully they'll come back.
But this is for dainty stuff. This is for tiny stuff, for like herbs and stuff like that. But I'm just going to show you here that it's took almost nothing to cut that.
Oh wow, that's good then.
So, but see, it's still green. It just,
yeah,
it just took a beating this year. So,
what do you think about that one?
I think it's pretty good. You gotta hold it one way. Well, hold it. If you hold it up like that, the lock wants to lock.
Oh yeah.
So hold it with the lock down, so that when you're cutting,
You should be fine.
you should be fine. It's getting through this stuff pretty easy. Still, that's pretty. Yeah, that's still pretty green. Hate to cut it back too far until I see what it's gonna do. We cut all this dead stuff off. And it's doing a pretty good job of it. Make that. That was a pretty thick piece, and it did it okay. So I got some bud, trying to keep the buds.
Yeah, it looks like it's doing
It's doing its job.
All right, 3 for 3.
This is like scissors for like cutting roses. See how it's got that knot, so you can get the rose in there like that, and you can kind of, and it's got a nice feel to it. Feels sturdy, like fabric scissors almost. Slides nice. Stainless steel. This is a rivet, so there's no retightening this if you need to. If it wears out, it's wore out.
It breaks.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it feels strong. Serrated edge, sharp. So this is meant for cutting through roses, so it should cut through this just fine.
We don't have any roses right at the moment, so
this
we'll
is kind of a dead branch here, so we're going to cut it off. Let's try at the tip. So they're not really meant to cut at the tip, especially this stuff. So we'll get it in the notch and cut
how'd that do? Yeah.
Yep. Cut right through it. So it's bending it a little bit, obviously, because it's not meant for this stuff.
But if you did have roses,
if you had roses, it would do just fine.
Yeah. Just gives you kind of an idea of that it does work.
Yep. Get rid of all this junk. There's some buds on there. I don't want to get rid of all of that.
Awesome, you guys. It looks like
they're not bad.
Not bad. All right, you guys, came back inside. The neighbors were mowing their lawn, but they work. They definitely work. We are big gardeners here. We use a lot of tools. My husband's really good about trimming things. He's trimming all the bushes in the front. We have several fruit trees, and we're just, you know, it's almost spring, so we're getting the yard ready. And so I wanted to test these out to see if they actually worked, if they're worth your dollar, because garden tools can definitely add up. Oh my goodness, they can get really expensive. So I wanted to see if the Dollar Tree tools worked, and they absolutely did. So definitely get you some if you love to garden. I think they'll work perfectly for you for what you need. And if you have not watched my other review video on all the Dollar Tree garden products that they just came out with, I'll leave that down in the description box below. Check that out. Saving your dollar one item at a time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button on the way out. Click the little bell so you are notified, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.